Hi! Okay, here's my quick video. Thanks for reaching out to me and just kind of here's going over chapter 4 and kind of the key points and details. So this chapter really focuses on like who do you coach and like kind of that tactical coaching because you really only have a limited amount of time and you can only do so much. And so this is kind of like in a way qualifying who you coach. So it kind of starts out with this acronym. It's AGROWTH, AGROWTH. And this really focuses on like looking at the person on an individual basis and kind of seeing where they're at. So there's these each part of the acronym. So you start with accountability, which is or actionability, which is okay, are they taking the correct actions or making actions and effort, and then also do they have the ability to and the potential to be coached. The next one is the gap. There has to be a gap because if it's already where they need to be, then there's no point in coaching them. And so you kind of have to understand where they're at and where they need to be. And then of course, responsibility and ownership. Are they owning their metrics? Are they willing to be responsible for their progress? And that kind of segues into the fourth one, which is willingness. And do they want this? Are they willing to put in the effort, or is it just kind of like, oh yeah, it'd be nice, making more money would be cool, or something like that. So that's an important thing to measure too. And then of course, trust, which is really the backbone of any relationship. And are they able to trust you as the manager, and are you able to trust them that they're going to really put their effort into this? And of course, honesty, because you both have to be honest in the scenario, and that is similar to trust, but it's also separate because it focuses more on the ability to communicate properly and just share what you guys are thinking. And then another really important thing is it can honestly be easy to look at all of your salespeople and then look at the 1-2 underperformers and say, hey, those are the people that need to be coached. And it can be really easy to just focus on them. But honestly, it's really important to focus on the people who are also really doing well, because you want to keep them doing that, keep following up with them. So don't just focus on those who are underperforming when it comes to coaching. And then also it's important to find the areas that the person is struggling with and coach those whole areas. So looking at their mindset, is it their selling skills? Is it the strategy that they're working with? And so don't limit coaching to just one thing or try to jump on one area of need too fast. Try to uncover all of their needs, just like with any sales call. And then really from there, you want to focus on working with them and also coach that gap. So kind of going back to the gap, it can be easy to just kind of focus on, okay, what do we need right now? Where do we want you to be? But also look at what they have right now. So where are you right now? What have you done well? What's your knowledge at? And then here's where we want you to be. What's that in between? What do we need to fill, and what can coaching get you to? And then from there, there's kind of this question: is it a coaching problem or a training problem? And you really need to tailor your solution to this, because there are multiple examples. For example, like someone who's new on the job and hasn't had experience with cold calling, it's going to be much more of a training thing, because you're going to work with them on the cold calling script and kind of train them on best practices, and that's often a great way to get them started. Sometimes you'll need a little bit of both with people who are a little bit more experienced, but also maybe don't have the right strategy or skills down quite yet. And then really when it comes to coaching, like this is just an example, of course, but if you have like a seasoned vet in sales and they've been doing this for 20 years, but they've done really well in the past, but things are kind of slipping right now, they aren't where they want to be or where you need them to be, that's going to be a lot more of where you dive into like that really coaching and seeing, okay, because you've done this before, but what's happening right now, where do we need you to be, and let's find a way forward. And so those are kind of your best practices. But yeah, it really goes down to like, what can we coach, which you can coach their choose the person who you coach, their attitude. You can work with skills and activities, strategy and communication. And then from there, you have those characteristics that they're looking for, and that goes back to that acronym. But are they responsive? Are they proactive? Are they really looking for this? Are they teachable? And these are all things you want to go over. But that's chapter 4. Good luck on the meeting.